indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Forum?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I gotta, sorry.
You swear in?
Yeah, I gotta swear in our student liaison. Okay. Raise your right hand. and repeat after me. Say, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York. That I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of student liaison. Discharge
The
duties
duties
of the office
of
of,
the office of student liaison
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the same, she's got the-
Yeah.
Ron, I'm working on yours.
Yeah, I need big block letters.
I think you took it.
We gave it to him, but I don't know.
Public one.
It's holding up a
Tanya,
barn door
sorry.
or something, I'm not.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm here representing the Pine Hills Faculty Association tonight. Lisa could not be here and she extends her apologies. She had a previous engagement. But I have one thing to tell you, and that is that the Faculty Association raised about $3,400 at our powwow trunk or treat event, all of which will be used for scholarships for our graduating seniors. So that's my only
That's
update.
good. That's
So
awesome.
Share the good news.
Yeah,
Okay?
I saw a lot of the photos. It looked fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and we had a great turnout and we're really happy about that. So moving forward, you know, it's just a great thing that we can offer scholarships to the seniors. So
Great.
that's all I have.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you.
Okay, I need a motion for the acceptance of the agenda. Motion, Heidi, second. Kevin? Any questions? Let's see. All in favor? Can't see this. All right. All right, so now we need to fill the positions left when Bill left, so I need nominations for member of the audit committee. I'll nominate Terry. Kevin seconds. Terry, do you accept?
I do.
I do. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're voting on the appointment of Terry to the audit committee. All in favor? Okay, thank you. Now we need nominations for negotiating committees. I nominate Ron for the Taconic Hills Middle Management Association. Second. Heidi? Do you accept?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna vote on Ron being on the Taconic Hills Middle Management Association Negotiation Committee. All in favor? I need nominations for the Senior Management Association Negotiations Committee. Nominations, I nominate Ron. Second. Heidi? You accept?
Yes.
So we're voting on Ron being on the Senior Management Association Negotiations Committee. All in favor? Okay. Next, we have Taconic Hills Administrators Association Negotiation Committee. What a lot of words. I nominate Ron. And second, Terry.
I was doing that.
Do you accept?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we're voting on Ron being on the Administrators Association Negotiation Committee. All in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, now I need acceptance of the consensus agenda. Can I have a motion, please? Molly? Second? Ron? Sorry, it's my left. I don't motion.
This is on my hand.
All right.
Of course, there's some changes to the minute.
Yes, so the minutes from last meeting, we discussed that Ron would want to go to the convention as well, so that the minutes from that meeting were reflected. So we have, that's changed there. Right? And the other thing is I know I talked to, the people that were gonna go about paying for their own airfare to travel down there, and all of you kind of said you'd be willing to do that to alleviate some of the cost of that convention, so I appreciate that, thank you. And I think, is that the only other changes? All right, let's go through the consensus. We have Troy Peason here too, who is our computer operator. Hi, Troy, welcome. Hi. Welcome to the Taconic Hills Central School District.
I'm excited to get started.
That's awesome. And anybody have any other questions on anything? It's hard to read in this thing. And I see we have pickleball there. Yay.
Work down there.
Pickleball.
Oh, you missed that one.
Oh, you missed the pickleball?
Pickleball. That was a month before. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Wow,
That actually worked out, but that was a
It
good
did.
thing.
It did
It
work
is.
That
out,
was a
yeah.
good thing.
It did work out.
I'm glad it's-
All
That count?
all in favor of the consensus agenda? Thank you. Okay. Now we have presentations. And we have the FFA presentation, which I'm excited about.
Okay, so what would you like first?
Okay, they would,
Video first? Try this.
Our national president having many new people and concert and radio and all the things like that. Going on stage for people.
What did you learn from National Convention? How have you grown through the years being an FFA member?
I think I've grown in being more comfortable with myself, so mainly in the leadership aspect of things. I was quite shy when I first joined, but when you join early and you get in early, from 7th grade all the way to you graduate, you learn how to communicate, and you learn the social skills and leadership skills that you need.
what would you say to someone who's considering joining FFA?
I say do it.
Why?
Because you get to make new friends from all over the world, and it's not just about farming. You could do like technology, and business, and all that stuff.
How has FFA made you grow throughout your years?
These growth up years. Socially, because I usually would never socially talk to people. And it's given me a bunch of other.
I'm very good.
Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for having us come out here and presenting again. If most of you guys don't know me, my name is Kaden Carr,
My name's Natalie O'Reilly, and my name is Charlotte Hunter.
and we are some of the SFA students who came out here and would like to show you how fun our trip to Indianapolis, Indiana, to National Convention was. Hello, everybody. My name is Kaden Klein again. This was a very, very, very long road to get to Indianapolis. It's unbelievable that you wouldn't even think that, hey, I might go to Indiana one day for FFA. And, you know, if you work hard, you can get there. I mean, it all started in Syracuse, actually, when I went to the state convention. And I went out there and I competed for the same exact thing. Plant System Division 1. My project was the same. It was, I tested 2 different root systems and a hydroponic drip system. And I went out and competed and I placed first at states. That's first in New York State. And then before getting the qualification to go to nationals, I had to write a whole entire big research paper that definitely took a while.
You Saturdays, right?
Yes, long Saturdays and after school days. It definitely was a long, fun time, but once I had to hand in that research paper as a big homework assignment, pretty much, I had to go and had to do an interview, and I had to go on Zoom, and they interviewed me to get the, hey, you can go to nationals. And as they don't tell you that up in person, when I was doing the interview, the guy told me, you're one of the best ones that we've had for a while. You know, I get your hopes up, you know, like you're like, ooh, that's really exciting. We didn't hear anything for a while because they'll send you an email when you're getting the qualification to go and compete. We didn't get anything for a while, but that day that email came through. I was so happy. They were like, oh my, I get it. Here we go. It's all to nationals now. And it was a very long road. Mentally, physically. It was a long road out to Indiana, through New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, all the way to Indiana. It took forever, but you know, we got there. It was very, very, very fun.
Okay, I'm Natalie O'Reilly again. I'm proud to announce Hunter Gardner, Mrs. Gardner's son, won the American degree, the highest the highest degree achievable in national FFA organization. Only 1% of FFA members proceed on to this award, so we are very proud of him.
We went on 3 tours. We went to a rodeo concert, and but most of the time we were at the Expo Center and Sessions.
Now, on these different tours, we went to various different places. I mean, various different places. It was, I mean, outstandingly cool how a lot of different people can do a lot of different things and how they make things from nothing and how they make them into Lincoln Electric, how they make them into huge generators, big welders. I mean, from just a bolt to this huge thing, it's absolutely crazy. But we went on, we went to the rodeo. I mean, rodeo, for the first one, I mean, it was crazy. You see them going around it, it's really cool. We went to the Joseph Moore Museum. They had a lot, I mean, huge, actual skeletons. I mean, they went down, they had this huge boa constrictor snake that they had curled up in there. I'm not gonna get near that grass. They had this big lizard. I had absolutely huge, about that big, I'd say. This thing was absolutely enormous. They had a smaller one of that. Not that big. That's when I would get up nearby. There we go. We went to Blue Buffalo. If you guys don't know what Blue Buffalo is that the animal food manufacturer, mainly dogs, some cats. I know they mentioned there. We got to see how that was all made. You know, it was, I mean, pretty cool. They had these, you wouldn't think for dog food, they'd have these huge like bins. It was like they had conveyor belts going. They had robots even moving around. It was crazy for dog food. Also things that we did is, that is us actually outside of Blue Buffalo. That is still actually in Indiana, which is surprising. That is, if you don't know, that's what their dog food kind of looks like. We also went to this place called the Expo Center. It was only a block away from where the Lucas Oil Stadium was, which if you don't know, and you guys hear like football, like the Indiana Colts. That's popular for us, right? You know how to play, it's okay. We got to go in their stadium. I mean, absolutely crazy.
That's a dome, right? It's a dome stadium.
I mean, it is
It's huge.
humongous.
I can only imagine.
I mean, the top seats that we were sitting in for some of those pictures, we were right on up there, all right. It makes you like, I don't want to look over that one, Lige. Okay. But yeah. So right a block away from that's called the Expo Center. The Expo Center has this huge. I mean, it is really open. I mean, you guys know what a huge, like those really big John Deere sprayers are when you drive and have those big. Yeah, there was one of them sitting in there. Absolutely enormous. You got to go in, you got to see, oh, that's cool. You got to go in, and there was a whole bunch of different tractors, there was different booths, there was everything you can imagine. There was army, there was Coronas, there was bags, there was everything you can imagine of. And then there was the Hayes Arboretum, and in that place, we only took a few pictures, but it was a whole bunch of different setups of like land and everything. Like this one, you can see like different. There's like there's trees, no trees. There's some in between. There's like different landscapes and everything. That is out there. They had a nature walk. We didn't go on a nature walk, but they had this really cool place called the Bird Room. You got to look at birds through binoculars. It was really pretty. Two birds out there, I have to say. And thank you guys for supporting our chapter, and we appreciate this a lot for having us come out on this. You guys listening to us, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for everybody. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Thank you. That was a good presentation.
Thank you.
Well,
he forgot to mention that,
Yes, he did forget.
once he got to nationals, he placed 5th overall out of the whole United States, winning him a gold medal that he's winning. For approving our trip,
It
allowing
looks
us
like
to
they
do
had a
that.
great time.
It was.
And they're so excited about what they've learned, so that's what I like to see.
Yes, it was really great. So,
Thank you, Cassie.
oh, thank you.
Have a good night. Okay, we have another presentation, right? The meeting.
Yes, Grant Chandler.
So Grant is our, we approved a few months ago, last year we approved this, the ASD. People are coming here and, they've been, well, let's Grant tell us what. But he's facilitating this. Circle of death.
Yeah, no.
And a half ago. It was a very good meeting. We talked a lot about the teacher shortages, staff shortages, how to move forward, seeing if we could move barriers or have the state education department waive requirements that we felt as barriers, everything from educational requirements to seeing how we could get the different agencies to talk to each other up in the state of New York. For instance, fingerprinting has always been a particular issue. And trying to get these agencies to communicate in a way in which people don't have to be fingerprinted 2, 3, 4 times. Okay. And one other thing, we completed our countywide emergency drill here. We learned a lot.
Oh, how did that go?
We're still in the process of debriefing. We had a meeting with the sheriff's office today. And we'll be meeting with Columbia County Emergency Management in another week. I'd like to thank Mr. Smith, Sybil Howard, and Mary D'Amico for being on the core of the planning team for that, and the rest of the administrators and staff who participated in the event. So we still have a long ways to go. So we've got some ideas, and we may be bringing some of those ideas to you later on.
Well, we were one of the first schools that, I mean, schools are being mandated to do this, right? We're one of the first schools in the county to do it.
We are the first, yes.
So we're
We're trying to lead the way,
yeah, that's good.
and that's all I have for this evening.
Well, thank you. There we have Board of Education member activity report. Anybody got anything?
The Shakespeare played with it.
Oh, how was that?
It was great. They did an amazing job. And the kids were fabulous. The set, the sound, everything was just very, very professional.
Nice. Anybody else? So the members that went to the conference, gonna report out. Joe?
Yeah, I took a couple of classes, 3 or 4 classes, and one I was really into was a energy power contract, and it had to do with updating for old windows and electric and stuff. And after I did all the numbers and discussed it with a couple other people, that it's not financially for us. So people that aren't just as fiscally healthy as us. So it was, I took a lot of notes and I thought it was really good. And I talked to a couple of people out on the floor, some engineers and architects about this. And they said that it's not for us. We have enough clout to go borrow money if we want. But it was good the way it went.
Okay. Sherry?
So I'm looking over I took pictures of all the stuff. the keynote speaker was Marley Maitland, and I think most
Did you
of
watch
us,
the movie Coda?
no, I have to get
You
it.
guys gotta watch it. That's an
It's a
excellent
great
movie.
So Marley Maitland, her speech was, her talk, whatever you want to call it.
Presentation.
She signed almost the whole presentation. And she had an interpreter there with her. And being a speech pathologist and working in the field forever, I was always a big fan of her, so I really wanted to go to her presentation. It made me realize, just watching her, sign language is such a beautiful language, but the amount of energy that it took her to do that presentation, and she was so expressive without any speech, all through sign language. It was just amazing to watch that and how she came and overcame such challenges as a deaf child, and her parents supported her all the way. Things that she said, I mean, I wouldn't let, kids or relatives or do some of the things. And that was very, very, very touching and very heartfelt. So that was the first thing I was impressed with. And I went to several other, talks and presentations, and I had ice cream. It was enough.
You're a star.
But, yes, the thing that, the talk that I was most impressed with of the smaller lectures was the one on security, security and safety. And the speakers were wonderful, and they talked about all the things that school districts can do to keep the students and the staff and the teachers safe today. And I have to say, we do pretty well. Looking, just what you mentioned the other day about the emergency preparedness, and we, with all of the things that they outlined, we're in pretty good shape. I was very impressed when I compared where we were at with what they were presenting. So those are the two things that most impressed me.
Thanks. For me, this one didn't really it wasn't as good as some of the other ones that I've been to. I felt like I was being sold a lot of products. Like we would go to a seminar and then there would be somebody there selling what it is that they were talking about. So a lot of the things that I went to were that theme. One that I did go to was student leadership, and it was Dutchess County BOCES. I don't know the name of the program, which I didn't write it down, so I'm going to investigate. But there were two groups of students that presented. One was from the Dover City School District, the other one was from Wappingers. And so the Dover students, they have a lot of ELL students in their school districts, so they wanted to, and this was all student-led, which is what I'm definitely a proponent of this. So they developed an app so that the students, could keep in touch with each other and support each other. If they had an after-school program for homework, it was just a communication tool for students within that school district to communicate with each other, their teachers, parents. So the other one was the Wappinger School, and they wanted to be able to, the students at Wappingers want to be able to do current events. So I'm not sure about curriculum, because again, that's not my forte. But they were saying that they don't really do a lot of current events, and they wanted to make sure that they got current events in, and they wanted to kind of make 20 minutes a week. And so in order to do this, according to what they're saying, state law says that they can bring it up in the classroom, but they would need to write a policy. So the kids were trying to get on the policy committee to write policies so that they could do this. So it was just something that this is something that's dear to my heart, because I believe in students getting involved into everything. So that was the main class that I liked the best. When I went out on the floor, Brewster's High School had a booth, and they do a career skills program. And I don't know if we do that here, where they reach out to the community and they partner with some of the community members and give kids with IEPs or special needs, they give them jobs, and it's part of the curriculum in the school. So I'm going to reach out to them and maybe see what else that if they could give me some more information, but anyway, those are the two things that I like the most about them. All right. Let's see, Diane's not here, so maybe next week or next month she can report to us on that. Next up, we have elementary, Mary.
Good evening.
Hi, Mary.
Last Friday, the elementary school had an awesome Veterans Day assembly with the select choir from the high school singing while the students from the elementary school signed the song. So I just wanted to thank Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Hilliard for their talent and all of their hard work. It was really amazing. We had a lot of community members show up. It was very nice. On Monday of this week, author illustrator Ryan Smithson visited with the 5th and 6th grades, and together the students created a collage with wings. He had this whole flying butterfly thing going on. It was pretty cool. So they worked with the teachers and with the ELA teachers, but also with Alyssa Kipnis, who is the art teacher. This Friday, grades pre-K through 3 will spend time with author illustrator Dan Yaccarino. He created the Backyardigans. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that. And, you know, he has other characters as well. So they're very excited about that. We have our t-shirts.
Yes.
We're going to be Backyardigans then. And also, if you're interested in viewing a Sneaky Goblin Dancing Teachers and see Nick Smith's acting abilities, you can go on the Taconic Hills website and watch our Goblin Assembly with the author illustrator Jacqueline Rogers. It took place on October 28th, and I think you'll love it if you haven't already seen it.
I heard a lot of good things about the office. I did see a video.
Oh, he's an
with,
Emmy Award-winning performer, Mr.
with
Smith.
the Colleen.
Yes, it was Colleen.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Alicia was there.
Oh, you didn't record.
She was making pancakes. She
Yeah, I
was.
made the pancakes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Did they come out good?
Teachers seem to love them. That was-
Oh, good.
That's good. They look.
That's hilarious.
They're green.
They're green?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad they all had a great time. Thanks, Mary. Sure. Lisa, high school.
So I'm gonna piggyback. I also went to the Shakespeare performance over the weekend. It was excellent. The kids had a really good time. I thought the group that came in to direct it, they did a great time or a great job. I know the kids are looking forward to kind of presenting that out in the public in Lenox next weekend. Well, I guess it's this weekend. So they really enjoyed that. We've had a lot of different activities kind of coming and going from school. We took the 7th graders to Lake Taconic for like a team building activity day. So Holly Van Tassel put together how to work together. You know, our 7th grade team, the teachers are really focusing on that, but they want the students to work on that as well. Our seniors, so Melanie Airy and Fred Yeager took a group of seniors and juniors up to UAlbany last week, so I got to chaperone with them as well. And they went to a cultural performance. It was a 1-act show about the history of some of the Hmong people. And so from there, they then got some tours of the campus and things like that. So that was a good opportunity for some of our students. We have been continuing to work on some of our restorative practices. So we had our first meeting with the state leader. They came in last week and met with our team. They'll come back next month. Our student council has been super active this year. They've had a couple of different dress up weeks and a couple of different things. They sent me a list of, here's a whole page of our ideas. And I said, well, let's weed through the ideas and figure out which ones can actually work. So looking forward to some of those things spring semester. And so we're to the end of the first quarter. And so what I did was, and I printed this, I'm gonna post it on the school website and social media, but I put together a new academic newsletter for the first quarter that just kind of outlines what the 7 through 12 kids have done. It's kind of broken down by departments and by things like that. So just wanted you guys to have a hard copy if you wanted a hard copy. So that's where we're at.
Thank you.
That's right. Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you. All right, we have Sandra Gardner, instruction and staff development.
So I'd like to start by thanking our ENL staff to put on a wonderful Thanksgiving feast for our families this Monday night. We will be doing a holiday one in December also. And that's really open to anybody in the community. It's a family engagement event. So feel free to join us in December when that invite comes out. It was a great time. Everybody stuffed themselves full and played a few games and made gobbling turkeys. And the parents were quite excited about those noisy turkeys going home. Thank you for meeting with Grant tonight. As you know, a lot of my work has been over the last few months focusing on climate and culture with the school district and getting stakeholder input. And Grant has been a wonderful partner for us. The last few days, I've been working with some of our other partners so that we all seem cohesive to everyone in the district. So we will be gathering with our partners and our content coordinators and PDP committee members for a couple hours in December. We had gathered for a full day in August to look at our goals, and we will be following that up in December and looking at the goals and the action items at each department level. That will incorporate some of the work we have planned through the STEP as being identified at the junior, senior high school, as well as the district plan that Lisa spoke about in August. So really working to make sure everything is continuous, we're not stepping on each other's toes, and we're all moving in the right direction.
Thank you, Sandra.
You're welcome.
Sybil, business office?
Very happy to have Ashley back. We missed her very much.
Yeah, it's lovely back, Ann.
That's really great. Just wanted to call your attention to the 3 resolutions that are on the agenda tonight. They reflect the work that we did in the board workshop 2 weeks ago, I think, where we did a complete review of all the reserve funds, updated the reserve fund plan, and then discussed how we can move forward into the budget process. So anybody has any follow-up questions, feel free to give me a call.
Thank you.
Yes, you have to stand.
Yeah, hers was like a little substation on there.
So good evening, everyone. This is my 3rd year of being the school tax collector. Most of you have heard my speech before of how it works, but for those of you who haven't, right up here is the $25 million is the tax warrant that I have to collect. I get 60 days to collect it from September 1st to October 31st. So September 1st to September 30th is non-penalty, and from October 1st to October 31st, they get a 2% penalty or late fees, whatever you want to call it, to make them feel a little better. So that's what I have, and this year I was able to collect 93% of that. My first year was 92%, second year 93. I was hoping for 94, but I'm pretty sure the people that don't pay just didn't pay. It's just not going to happen. So anyway, I have a pie chart here broken out of how I collect the payments, which you've seen probably before. KeyBank Lockbox is our largest percentage that we have. They did decrease by 7%, but it is always our largest because most people have a mortgage. Within that mortgage, they have an escrow, which then is paid for. They collect the money throughout the year and they pay the taxes, and that will go up to our KeyBank. Our online sales have increased by 3%, and that's just because more people are paying online. And it doesn't equally match because me as a tax collector, I actually collected 4% more this year than I did last year. And there's 2 reasons why. So if the KeyBank Lockbox gets a check and they can't figure out how to receipt it, they actually send it to me. They reject it and I have to research it and then receipt it. This year, a couple of the checks they gave me were large, like a couple $100,000 worth of money. One was actually like $1 million. So once I receipted that, it looked like I collected a lot of money, but it was really like one check that I did. And then the other way that I have to collect money is cash. Unfortunately, KeyBank and Copay won't allow anyone to come inside and pay cash for their taxes. And of course, I'm not going to turn them away. So if they have the money, I was collecting it. So I collected about $40,000 this year in cash for them. And then the 7% is uncollected, which I was not able to collect. So if you go to the next one. This is where I wanted to break down the online payments. As board members, you approve to waive the merchant service fee, which I do believe is a very good thing. It is a lot of money, but we get the money in our pockets. I think it really does help. So I did a little bit of a breakdown for you. And in 2019, we brought in $2.4 million online. And in 2020, we brought in 4.2 million. Now that was a 75% increase, which is huge, but obviously it's because of COVID. So back in 2019, you could go into a bank, you could come here to pay, you could pay online, or you could pay at the lockbox. But in 2020, they had two options. They could pay online or they could pay the lockbox. We were allowing people to come here and the bank was pretty much closed too as well. So, but going forward, every year I brought in about $1 million more online, which is an 18% increase, but the fees are also going up the same rate. So they're just going up 20%, we're going up 18%. So when you look at the amount on the next screen that I'm going to show you, it does look like a lot more money, but it's substantially going up equally. It's because I'm bringing in more money. The merchant fee is still 1.67%. They haven't changed that, so they're still charging the same amount, but it looks like a lot more just because I'm bringing in a lot more. Like this year, last year I brought in $5 million online. This year I brought 5.9 million. So it's just substantially going up. So if you go to the next screen, it does break down what the services were, which $73,000 were the merchant service fees that we did bring in, that we absorbed as a school, which was $12,000 more than last year. But again, it's $1 million that's in our pocket right now, ready to pay bills and things like that. Key bank services, they went up a little bit, but that's always going to be around the same because once again, we have the mortgages with the escrow, which is our huge percentage that we have there. So overall, and we did bring in late fees of 21,000, which is a little extra. So you could kind of say we have the merchant fees, it's a lot, but I really do believe when you pass that as a board, it is helpful to get money in. It does help a lot.
I agree. I mean, the fact that once we started accepting the credit card, I mean, people, if they don't have cash, that's just an easy way for them to pay. So
yes,
that is true. So, I mean, when we started doing that, we were collecting more, right?
Yes, and I do believe, now, I don't know when online services, I think it was before I started. We were trying to figure that out today. It's been a while, but I think since COVID, people are now, wow, I'll just pay online. It's an easy way to get the money, and I think they're used to it in almost every respect of everywhere they're doing. It's, you know, people, even everyone get a checking account. People don't even get checks anymore on their checking account. You know, we have new hires, they don't even, so everything is pretty much online. So as of right now, I did collect it was close to like $23 million, and it's $1.7 million that it was uncollected. So now what happens is I turn it over to the Columbia County Treasurer's Office. For 2 weeks right now, they collect with the same 2% penalty. Then they close their books in December, and then they re-levy the taxes, which means they charge 7% on top of that. And they'll add it to the town and county tax bill that goes out in January, and people can then pay. And in April, they will write us a check for that $1.7 million to make us whole. So we always collect our tax warrant when we're done. But to go back onto collecting that money, we have to wait till April to get that. So waiving that fee, getting that money in our pocket right now, having the $23 million to be able to pay salaries and bills or anything we need instead of waiting to April just really helps. And that's when we will get the money. And it was a good season. I mean, I've got it down to a system now, close the books, everything balanced. It's nice to get the break. I was not talking to some people for till next September, but.
So this is a tough job, folks.
Yeah.
These are the people that call up and that are less than empathetic. And they say all sorts of crazy things. They demand all sorts of crazy things. And Eileen, the unbelievable, her patience, her answering.
She's my patient. That's why I'm glad it's only 60 days. I'm, Hudson, they collect, I think, more than once a year. It's a nice break afterwards. But does anyone have any questions?
How many, do you know offhand, and I'm sorry to ask you this, but how many seniors take advantage of, are there any tax exemptions or people with disabilities?
Absolutely.
Or limited income?
I don't know offhand the percentages, but what that happens is the assessor's office, you can fill out there's disability, you can apply for it, that's income-based. There's senior citizen discount, there's veterans discount, anything that the town and county offers, the school has passed the resolutions to accept the same discounts that the town and county offer as well. So they would go to the assessor's office. Sometimes you have to prove with the W-2 of what your income is, the eligibility, and then they get the discount. And then there's STAR. There's also a basic STAR for any primary residence. You buy a home now, New York State gives you the rebate yourself, but the people prior to 2016, they get the discount right on the tax bill. And then we get a check from
I'm
the
sorry,
state.
you passed the resolution to accept.
Yeah, any discount that that the county has, so the veterans, the disability, any of those, we accept as a school district as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
But
but I
that
don't know
gets
the
absorbed
percentage.
by all the other
Mhm.
taxpayers.
Mhm.
Still need the money.
Yes, it does get spread out
Everybody takes care of it.
equally everybody technically, but based on their home.
Who's the merchant?
A municipality, we do. Our online through InfoTax.
I would just like to add a couple of things in regard to the merchant services fee that we absorb as a school district. We are the only school district that does that. And I think it has now taken about 3 years of Eileen answering the question, yes, we really do absorb the fee. You won't be charged the fee because people just don't believe it. So they do find that is a great service to the residents, so they're very appreciative of that. And I'd like to echo what Neil said about Eileen's professionalism. This is a very, very difficult part of her job. And we joke that there are certain things that she says over and over and over again every day. We should just get her a button so that she can just play it when people call. But she is very patient and very kind to all of our seniors that call and want to pay online but don't know how to do it and need her help. And so I'm very grateful for her efforts in that area. In regard to the exemptions, Terry, our website, on the tax collection website, Eileen has all of the information there about the exemptions that you can go to and read about and look at, and it talks about when we approve them. And then on the budget section of the website, under the tax information, there is a report that actually details all of the exemptions that we have in our district. It does not give any names, but it gives the numbers and details the exact exemptions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eileen.
Yeah, no problem.
Next up, Henry. Henry, you're next.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
here.
Henry.
A few things, actually, very busy with reevaluation meetings, transfer intake meetings. We even had a few annual reviews thrown in with 504 reviews. So been very busy lately with all of that going on in the beginning of the school year. A couple of things. One of the came out of our professional development meetings was that we wanted to address the need of our teacher aides. So I put together a survey, administered the survey to our teacher aides. Out of 24 teacher aides, 22 of them responded to the survey. And what they really asked for professional development wise is to understand disability classifications, so special ed disability classifications, and how to have those tools to actually help the kids that they're servicing in the classroom. So that's one aspect. Also, what could they use in their kind of virtual toolbox that they could use in cases of having to deal with classroom management to support the teacher. So they will be offered for elementary, middle school, and high school professional development in those two areas for our teacher aides. And then in the future, have forums where they can come and have these discussions and questions answered and really support them because they are on the front line and they spend a majority of their time with kids, probably more than anybody else that's in the school. And they just need a little bit extra support and guidance. So really making that part of the initiative of the people personnel department. Secondly, we just had a discussion today too in one of our meetings about our kids are not really prepared for various reasons to make the transition from 6th grade to 7th grade in terms of foreign language. So in terms of Spanish. So we have a number of kids who have IEPs or classified as special education that really are not as successful as they can be in our Spanish classes. So we're thinking of creative ways that we can prepare them to take a foreign language so they can be language exempt because there is value in learning a foreign language. So I've been working with elementary, middle school, high school, special education teachers and the foreign language teachers to sort of figure out a way that we can support these kids as they make that transition into a foreign language in 7th grade and supporting them in order to get that experience and that knowledge. So those are things that we're working on currently.
Thanks, Henry.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Nick, Grounds. Hi, Nick.
It's been a busy month. We skipped fall completely and went from summer straight to winter. So we've been working on that. We have all of the plows on our vehicles and the sanders and Everybody was waiting anxiously this morning to get to see if they were going to get to use them. We also are going through and, checking out all of our HVAC equipment. So gone through and checked all of the air handler units, rooftop units to make sure that they're ready to roll. It's hard to believe that just a couple of weeks ago, everybody was looking for air conditioning. So here we are getting ready for winter. One of the other projects that we did was all three gyms over the course of the last few weeks have been refinished for the winter sports season. So all those floors came out really nice and they look really good and we're ready to roll.
And pickleball.
Oh, yeah, all set for pickleball.
And what's this about acting? You act now?
I'm pretty good at it. I have a.
Well, we can expect.
What kind of toss up between you, Brenner, or Bruce Willis?
Thank you, Nick. Next up is transportation. Hi, Dr. Joe.
Hi there. I don't really have much to report. It's been a little busy. Trying to get through the last month has been a bit difficult at times, but we're getting there. I'm proud of everybody who has worked and thrown in the extra time. Norm and Josh have really put in some extra time trying to get through, getting the buses ready for winter. I'm sorry it was the bearer of bad news, but the highway superintendents weren't giving me any good news for the staff this morning for a delay, so. But that's about it.
Thank you, Joe. Technology, John. Hi, John.
Hi, I want to thank the board for approving our new employee and the changes that we've made. We're looking forward to servicing the teachers and meeting their needs and everyone else here. And I just want to say those spinach pancakes were really good.
Thank you, John. Is Pam here?
Yes, I am.
There she is. Hi, Pam.
All right, so
I saw the food, so I'm like, where's Pam?
let's talk turkey. That's what we've been
Let's talk
talking
turkey.
about. For starting last week and this week, everybody in the department's been working hard on cooking turkeys, cutting turkeys, getting stuffing ingredients ready. And tomorrow's the day that we serve it to everybody. So, but they, we like doing that.
They do.
We won't say that tomorrow, but when it's over Sunday. Your tasting tonight is Annie and I were playing. We had some pastry dough and we took some stuffing and turkey and cranberries and put them inside of pastry dough and made turkey turnovers. So in that hot box there's like 12 plates and they each have like a little bit of gravy and then the turkey turnover is there. And then you have the cranberry sauce on top. So that's like your mini Thanksgiving dinner. And I think we're all gonna have pizza on Thanksgiving. So thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
Pam, I've missed.
Get
Don't worry, I've eaten over the months I've been gone. But it wasn't the same. I didn't feel the love.
Okay. Oh, student liaison.
Yeah, I'll say
All
some
right.
things.
Thanks.
I know one thing that I've heard a lot from students is the spirit weeks that we've had for homecoming and for Halloween. That was a huge success, and I know a lot of students participated in that and enjoyed that student council is now back. I know a lot of students are in that, and I want to also thank Ms. Strauss for starting up the yearbook. I know a lot of us seniors were worried about yearbook and just because we had no one to start it up again and everything. And I just want to thank Ms. Cardillo because she has really made an impact on the students already this year and really getting to know us, who we are and through all grade levels. And just talking to us in the hallway, saying hello to us. I know it's made a huge difference in people's days this year. So, okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. Good to hear.
Okay, we have no old business at this time. So new business. So we have a first reading of policy 5252 extra classroom activity funds. So the only thing that's really changed in this is the regulation that's changed by SED, correct? Correct, right. So there was a booklet that's attached to that policy. So that's really the only change. But we're doing a first read tonight, so we're not voting on it or anything. But I hope you all read through that big long booklet. I said no one's reading that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I couldn't.
It was long, I know. But next month we'll vote on it. Will be a second read, okay?
It was 66 pages.
Yeah.
Just so that you folks out there know.
The next up is the approval, oh wait, yeah, so I need a motion for the approval of the 2023-2024 budget calendar. Motion? Alicia, second. Joe? Any questions on the budget calendar? All in favor? Thank you. All right, now I need a motion for the approval of the drama club field trip to Shakespeare and Company to Lenox, Mass. On November 17th. Can I have a motion? Molly, second. Terry? Any questions?
I'd like to just comment on what you said earlier. It was the best one in years, and this is a young group of kids.
Yes.
It's
I
a
know, I'm sorry I
very
missed it. I wanted to go, and I wasn't.
But how do they remember those lines?
You just did a fantastic
Oh, my
job.
gosh. It was so impressive.
All in favor? Next up, the authorization of the disposal of the following equipment, elementary textbooks, and the bleacher pulling machine. Motion, please. Alicia, second. Mary? Any questions on that?
What is the bleacher pulling machine?
It was used to pull out the old telescopic bleachers in the gyms. They're all automatic now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All in favor? Thank you. All right, so now we have approval of memorandum of agreement between Taconic Hills Central School District and the Taconic Hills Faculty Association. Have a motion, please. Joe, second. Kevin, any questions? All in favor? What?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, you should have a copy right there.
There's a copy in front of you. I had them give everybody a copy so you can see it. Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Next up, the approval of the updated Taconic Hill Central School District Financial Reserve Plan for 2018, 2023. Motion, please. Evan, second. Terry? Any questions? All in favor? Thank you. You guys hear me with this mask on? It's annoying me, but, all right. So now we have, the resolution to fund retirement contribution reserve sub fund. We're going to add to the reserve fund the amount of $255,000, 255,137. I can't say it, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. All right, can I have a motion, please? Joe, second. Kevin? Any questions? All in favor? I'm sorry, I'm just like a brain fog here going on. All right. Now we have the next is a resolution to fund the liability reserve fund. And that's in the amount of $21,845. Motion, please. Joe, second. Kevin? Any questions?
One less digit.
What?
There was one less digit. You did good.
Thank you. All in favor? I apologize. All right. Next up is the resolution to fund workers' compensation reserve fund in the amount of $93,816. Can I have a motion, please? Ron, Kevin, second. Any questions? You have questions? Oh, all in favor? Okay, thank you. Do we have anybody for public forum?
No.
Okay, any additional items to this?
That public comment, like I can say something?
Well, yeah, but, okay. We have no one signed up. This is Michael Malinsky. Apparently he would like to address the board.
Okay, Michael Malinsky, sure.
Sorry.
But for future reference, just sign in as a, if you want to
Okay.
speak, okay?
Sorry.
That's
Michael
okay.
Malinsky, local resident, proud parent of an elementary and middle school student, drama clubber. She
Yay.
There you go. I'm just here to bring attention to the board, either a missing opportunity for an extracurricular activity or a rebranding opportunity
Idea came to me during the Skilling the Gap Forum at Columbia Green Community College, where I met Terry, I got to sit with her at a booth. And the newspaper club, as it is, to me, I feel like newspaper is like tainted goods. People don't buy them. My kids haven't really laid hands on an actual newspaper. I think there's an opportunity to have a media club or a audiovisual club where the students in the high school or middle school even can learn the opportunity, get the opportunity to use a better camera, because all these kids are born with professional cameras in their hands. They have computer devices that are 20 times more powerful than what we all had, 10 years ago. And assign them to film, edit, and produce content for the Taconic Hills District's Facebook page, their main website. They should have the district should have a YouTube channel. The kids can now, or should be able to go to an elementary event where went to the Veterans Assembly, so thank you for putting that on. That was great. I know the chair felt really special, giving me a high five there. But for those people who can't make the events, like, because they're not as lucky as I am, where I get to just take time off from work and go to every single thing they have. If somebody's filming it in a professional capacity and editing it, chopping it all together and putting it out there for the parents who can't be there, I think that's just an amazing opportunity. And I would love to have all of that stuff saved. I'm sure all the parents here would love to have those memories, because they grow up so fast. And I just think with the pandemic happening, it really put a spotlight on how important not just visual information is, but good quality visual information is. So I just wanted to bring that to the attention to the board, that maybe there's an opportunity to expand, either rebrand maybe the news club or something, or just create an entirely new club for visual media related. And that is all I have for you guys.
Are you signing up?
Absolutely. I love this stuff. I mean, I would see it as my job to put me out of business. Like, I don't care. I really like inspiring young kids, and I think it'd be a real asset, and we could put the district on the map as far as like having the best AV kind of club in the state for the right direction.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You did the photo booth for Happy House, right?
Yes, well, one way.
Yeah. I knew.
I think drone footage for the.
Yeah, I did drone.
So is there anybody have anything else they want to talk about, additional items to discuss? All right, I need a motion to go into executive session for the appeal of the superintendent's hearing determination. Ron, second. Heidi. All in favor. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.